Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ONEIDA 8-Ball World Championships presented by Olhausen, Peace Hour, and the ONEIDA Casino and Hotel, produced by the WPBA, sanctioned by the WPA, and broadcasted thanks to X-Pool. And this is another great first-round match that we have here for you. I'm super excited to call this one. It is Jasmine Ouschan and Briana Miller. Should be a great match. We've seen a couple of good ones so far. And let's get right to it. Here we go with the break. And we will get the camera adjusted momentarily. Here we are. Jasmine Ouschan. And Briana Miller. Jasmine, checking out the table, has decided that she prefers the solids. And I do not blame her. I think really the only tricky ball in this run is going to be the 7. And if she plays it right, it should be pretty simple. And we'll have our scoreboard up momentarily. Till then. I've seen a couple of really good matches so far on this TV table. Christina Tkach overcoming a hill battle. Cheska Flash Centeno coming out with rapid fire aggression to win her first match 7-1. Jasmine just using all of the pocket there. This is a beautiful Olhausen 9-foot table. I really like the design of it. 4.5-inch pockets with a nice shelf depth. Really is a beautiful table to watch. Good pool being played on. I think my favorite thing is we see Jasmine here just on the 8-ball about this table is just how flush those pockets are on the table design. No having to bridge over the rubber of the pocket. They have a super flush design. There it is, Jasmine kicking things off with a very impressive first rack. It is 1-0. The players are managing their own score line using the digital pool tablet. So if the score does not update, it's just going to be because they didn't update it on the tablet. And that's okay. I will keep you guys in line with the score. That was Jasmine's break. So we'll get a chance here to see Briana break the balls. Huge thank you to all of our sponsors, Olhausen, P Shower, the ONEIDA Casino and Hotel, as well as Schuler Bauer. If you don't know about them, check them out, schulerbauer.com. As well as our Teom Max Rack template there you're seeing used on the table. That's a good break. All the current matches can be found on digitalpool.com. That is where the bracket is. And I'm not extremely familiar with Briana. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. But judging by the fact that she's here, means she must be a good player. And Jasmine Ouschan may have her hands full. You're just joining us. We have one more scheduled match time for today. It is the 6 o'clock match. And we will move on to tomorrow. The WPBA World 8-Ball Championships, July 2nd through the 6th, 2025. Will crown a world champion, which is very, very fun for me. I hope it's fun for you guys too. Meanwhile, I'm blabbing. Briana's making a pretty good run here. She's just got one issue there, and she's looking at it now to see if it passes to the top right. And if it does, it's going to be pretty tight, so she needs to have real good, smooth execution to get to that ball, and this might not be the best angle for it. However, she can use this angle to bump that pink 12 ball away from the two. If she's going to do that, she just needs to be very, very careful about where that cue ball ends up. Because if she blocks herself from that 12, oof, she's going to have a tough shot on the purple 13 there. So now we're in a little bit of trouble. Let's see how she handles this one. I don't think she can see all of the purple stripe. The jump cues are legal, so she absolutely could pull out a jump cue if she felt like she needed to. And it looks like that's what she's going to do. The toughest part about this is if she makes this ball, she's going to be left with a tougher shot. Oh my goodness, and she does make it. Put that one on the highlight reel. She gets no payoff. She's going to have to hold on to that short stick. We are playing all ball fouls, so jumping this ball, she needs to be very careful of the 7 ball. Judging by the accuracy on that last one, I believe she has an opportunity here to make this ball. She's actually moved back to her playing cue. She's going to go for a 2-rail kick. And she just gets it. She does break that ball out. And this is tough. You got to feel a little bit for Miss Miller there because she made an excellent jump shot. And she got no love. She made a good touch, no foul. But it wasn't gonna hold Jasmine off on this run out. And she's definitely the favorite to get out here. Eyeing up the one ball here. I can imagine she wants to keep her cue ball on this end of the table until she has to go down there. She's giving herself a decent angle here to just drag the cue ball one rail back across. She may look at playing the 2-ball now. Yeah, I don't mind this at all. Maybe even attempting to put the cue ball right back where it was. Oh, wow. She tried to go forward with it and just threw the ball out of the hole. She got a little bit of love from the kick and the kiss. So now, Briana Miller looking at a bank shot to take down the game. The angle's definitely there. And she can play her cue ball safe. That was a great shot. Really impressive under the pressure. Now just an 8-ball to tie it up. Very nice out. And the American ties it up against the Austrian, of course, Jasmine Ouschan, the brother of Albin Ouschan, and a very, very good player. Of course, there's not too many players in this that aren't good players. It is 64 of the very best female pool players. And a huge thank you to everyone watching right now on YouTube, Billiard TV, as well as Amazon Prime Video. It's great to be with you guys. I'm so glad you've come to check out the first round matches for this world title tournament. This is tough. A dry break for Jasmine here. Briana Miller off to the races. And just in, if you haven't been watching the all the matches going on digitalpool.com, we have several players in matches right now, and it looks like LFR, the voice of the WPBA, has made a comeback in her match. I believe she was trailing 4-1, and she has now taken that match 7-5. The Fox is in the hen house, and she has taken away a win. Well, as fan favorite Bean Hung taking out Joanne Ashton 7-5. Meanwhile, Briana Miller is in a little bit of another tough spot here. After the bank she just made, it's possible that she could bank at this ball and leave herself a good shot on the 11, and that's what she's going to do. I don't blame her here. I think it's definitely the right shot. Make the ball first. Worry about your cue ball second. Well, she's actually going to bank the 11. Oh, yeah, there was always a risk in that, getting your cue ball in the way. I thought maybe she could have banked the 12, but she can definitely see the table better than I can here. Well, and Jasmine, that just wasn't very nice. And now Briana Miller with a very difficult decision to make here. If you're not familiar with how this works, match clocks are set at 40 seconds a shot. Each player gets a 1 40-second extension per rack. They also get a 5-minute timeout that they can utilize at any point in time during the match when a game is not currently in play. The only difference is if it goes hill-hill, if it goes 6-6, both players will get 2 40-second extensions. 60 seconds available after the break. It looks like Jasmine got herself into a little bit of trouble here. She might just play safe. Just play the 2 up to the table, unblock the pocket, or try and get your 2 ball close to the pocket. You utilize the purple 5 ball for cover. She may even be trying to make this ball, but I think with the angle that she has, she might leave that striped ball that's right underneath the pink 4. She might leave that available if she tries to make this combo. And she did try to make it, and she did leave it available. Luckily, it's just for a combo. A very difficult combo. That is definitely what she's looking at. Now, whether she's looking to go clean past the 11 or play the combo, I'm not sure. Well, that's not a bad play. This is definitely going to be a little bit of a long rack, because now I feel like Jasmine is just going to play safe. So we're going to get into a situation where we're just jockeying for position until somebody makes a mistake. And with the level of play that we've seen in the first 2 racks, could be a few minutes. Uh-oh. I think I got her with the curse, ladies and gentlemen, because she's left a nice shot on the 11. And she'll have a shot on the purple 13 ball. The only question there is the 8. You do need to move that ball out. And I don't think she can do it with the 11 ball. So she'll have to play the 11 and then play the 13 and use that to break out the 8, which can be risky. Oh, she's actually playing safe. I don't mind this. My apologies. These ladies are on a different level. More matches starting up on table 7. Ashley Benoit and Kaylee McIntosh should be another great match, as well as Sakura Muramatsu and Caroline Powell, Pia Filler in action, Emily Duddy, all of the absolute champions. We saw her make a great jump shot just 1 rack ago. And she's going to get a little bit of a rub there, but she's not going to get it enough to help her out. That 11 ball is stuck in there, and that's not great. Referee checking to see if the ball is touching. I'm not sure what she's going for here. Just from my view of the table, I feel like the only way to get to that ball is to go 3 rails just past the 3 ball. But maybe, okay, she's just going to play the intentional foul and put the 2 ball in jail. Here's the tough part. With where the 2 ball is, you have to be really careful about how you break that ball out. She's looking at playing the 3 off the 11. The only thing I'm worried about there is that you get the movement on the 11 to the 2 and then to the 8, but the 2 is probably going to stop moving after contact. Yeah, she made a good play there because the 2 is available and the 11 ball's moved out. Now she has to get this run out. or risk giving up the rack. This is a little testy. She's trying to see if the 6 or the 4 ball goes. Not sure if she has enough angle to cut the 4. And I'm not sure the 6 ball goes past the 4, so it's definitely not easy. So it must go 6 ball. And that shot tells me that maybe it didn't go. Maybe it was that close. We saw this just a rack ago. Briana having to play a really tough bank to get on the board, but she's going to have to do it again, and she'll have to figure out a plan for the 8 ball because it currently does not have an easy pocket. She could always cut the 11 all the way up and try and get a good bump on the 8 ball. Look at that. Oh no, and she got a good rub and it's just gone a little far. That's tough. I'm not sure if she's going to try and bank this ball or cut it. It's such a thin cut. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. What an amazing run out there from Briana Miller. Just tough shot after tough shot. And she really, really played well. She absolutely deserves to be up 2-1 here in this opening round match of the WPBA World 8-Ball Championship. Guys out there watching, I want to say thank you so much for joining us. I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors. I also want to give a very special shout out to one of our WPBA players celebrating a birthday today. The wonderful Miss Sophia Mast is turning 17 today. You guys do me a favor and make sure you let her know that you're happy to celebrate her birthday with her. She turned 17. It's the Pink Dagger, Sophia Mast. Happy birthday to you. And maybe you'll have a little bit of birthday luck this weekend. And I'm sure we'll get an opportunity to see her later on. You just see the two wing balls directly behind the head ball are just going to the side pocket. Both of them came up just a little shy. I think a little bit more power could have pulled those balls to that pocket. And now, pretty wide open table, but the opening shot is nothing to mess around with. I think if I absolutely have to take something, I'm gonna take the solids because of where that 12 ball sit, or excuse me, that 13 ball sits. But it's the most important shot on the table in 8-ball. It's the opening shot to ensure that you get the suit that you want. And unfortunately, Jasmine Ouschan has missed it. and she's left the table available. Things made a little bit more difficult now with where the pink 4 sits on the right-hand side near the 15. Doesn't have an easy pocket to get into. And another really nice jump shot attempt there. Well, this has gotten very interesting very quickly. Another nice shot there by Briana. I'll tell you, I wasn't extremely familiar with her, but I am now intrigued because this young lady has played some very, very good shots against one of the best players out there. Briana being very, very weary of her clothing. This is an all ball fouls rule set, so anything touching another ball, hair, shirt, skin, anything will constitute a ball in hand foul for our opponent. Good shot there. Jasmine here trying to do everything she can to force Brianna's hand to either give up a shot on that 12 or make her break out the 7. And I think if I'm Jasmine here, I think I might just try the same play. Try and get the cue ball back behind that 8 ball. She may go for something here. There's no real wrong way to do it, but this is going to be a decent attempt. The question is, did she get to where she can't see that purple 5? And I don't think she did. A lot of tactical play here. I love it. And more tactical play. She was trying to get behind the 9 ball. She didn't quite get all the way back there. However, it looks like Briana can still see the purple 5. Just got to control the cue ball, and she did. I love the tactical play. I think it's the most fun you can have watching a really high skill level of 8 ball. But I think at some point these ladies are going to come to the conclusion that they're eventually going to have to try and do something to better their situation with those 2 balls over there, the brown 7 and the purple striped 13. And neither one of them want to be the one to make the mistake. But but somebody's gonna have to eventually. Briana Miller, as I'm just getting a little bit more information on her. Big thanks to Frank there. She's the 2023 PA State 8-ball champion. She went to Lindenwold University on a billiards scholarship. So clearly she's been playing pool for a long time. And I think what just happened there with Bree moving the 5, that purple 5 up to the top left rail. Sorry, side rail. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. How do you scratch on that angle? That is incredible. Well, now, here's a big opportunity here because the issue on the table was the purple 13 stripe and the brown 7 that are there on the left side of the table near that side pocket. And now, because of the ball in hand, Bree's going to have a good chance to make something happen and break those balls out. She needs that brown 7 to be available after the breakout. And she's just looking at how she can do that. And I liked this play. She's got a lot of pocket for the 5 ball. Whoa. Okay, it didn't go. And that's she may have been running out of time. She may have already used her extension. It is a 40-second shot clock, so she may have simply ran out of time and made a play. Now, in this situation, what do you do if you're Jasmine? You got to make the 5 ball, right? Make the 5 with the 9, leave the 9 in the pocket. Try and leave your cue ball behind the 8 ball. And she does make the ball, but don't think this is going to be safe. At least from Bree being able to pocket the 6 ball. She's just going to play safe on it. She catches enough to cover up the 9, I believe. And we are in the midst of just one battle in what's going to be a good war. And you see Jasmine there blocking the 7 ball from the pocket. And what that takes away is the possibility of a combo. Briana here trying to get behind that ball, but she doesn't do it. She's going to scratch here. And now Jasmine has a pretty nice opportunity to try and make something happen. Jasmine's going to shoot the 9 ball here and try and go straight up and pop that ball out. And this is rough because now she is tied up to that purple striped 13 ball. It has no pocket from this angle, and neither does her purple 12. I'm sorry, her pink 12. Up above the brown 7. And this has been one heck of a rack. Another smart play there. Now, if I have the angle here, oh, no, she's going to play safe. She's not even going to give me the chance. If I have the angle here, I might try that purple 13 in the side with maybe just a little bit of top left, or sorry, excuse me, top right, and try and just touch that 7 ball. Because if you touch a 7, I feel like the purple 12, or the pink 12, goes right into the corner pocket. But she's just going to play safe. She's done well there. I think if you're Briana, you're going to try and clip off the left side of the 6, send your cue ball back behind the pink 12. She tried a similar shot earlier, and she scratched in that same corner. So she wants to make sure she doesn't do that. Oh, she went for the bank, and she got it. She got past there. I did not think that she could see past the 13. So really good shot there. Now, can she see the 7? She must be able to, and she's just going to try and block up the 12. Now Jasmine with a 13 ball shot. A breakout on the 12 can win her the rack and tie it up 2-2. Oh, that was a great shot. Snuck right by the 7 ball. Makes the 12 ball. And leaves herself a good shot on the 8 ball to tie it up. High level 8 ball. 44 minutes into the match. And we are just now 2-2. It is all tied up between the Austrian Jasmine Ouschan and the American Miss Briana Miller. Greatly enjoying this match so far, and I hope you guys are too. Thank you to all of our sponsors. We really do have a lot of support for the WPBA. Can't say thank you to all of those people enough. Of course, Schuler Bauer Real Estate Services. You can find them at schulerbauer.com. Also, Olhausen on this beautiful new Olhausen Pro Table. Really a beautiful, beautiful 9-foot table. course, you can't forget Peach Hour. Custom cues. And this is the WPBA World 8-Ball Championships, sanctioned by the WPA, produced obviously by the WPBA, and brought to you in broadcast by X-Pool. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Jasmine Ouschan breaking off in rack number 5. It is a race to 7. And a nice break there. A ball down. Let the referee move the balls, or move the rack, rather, and see what this table looks like. And it looks like there's no good shot on a stripe, so and if this pink 4-ball goes past, which it does, if she can see the brown 7-ball, I do believe that she is absolutely the favorite to get out in this rack. It does look a little bit testy, though. She might just be able to squeeze by there. Very nice shot. Little bump on the 15, and she's going to have a shot on the 3. Just needs to mind her P's and Q's here to get the out. And sometimes that can be hard to do after you are in such a tough safety battle, especially early on in a match. Just one more good shot. It's going to give her the opportunity to make the 8-ball and go up 3-2. Jasmine, of course, one of the most well-known Austrian players out there, along with her brother Albin. 8-ball is called in the side pocket. And just like that, we went from a 20-minute rack to a probably 3-minute rack. Looking around the room, couple of noticeable matches. Rachel Lang up 5-1 against Emily Duddy. Pia Filler down 3-1, trailing Naomi Williams. Caroline Powell up 3-0, playing Sakura Muramatsu. And Ashley Benoit leading 3-0 against Kaylee McIntosh. You can find all of that information on digitalpool.com. We also have one more match scheduled for tonight on our feature table. And it is going to be a good one. Make sure you stay up to date on all of our TV table matches. If you go to digitalpool.com, you can see which matches are scheduled for that feature table. And here we go. Rack number 6, Briana Miller to break. Let's see if she can get that purple and that pink to the side pocket. And she does get the purple. Pink goes just low, but it doesn't matter because she's made a ball and she has a shot. Nice little touch on that side pocket shot. She's elected to take the solids. And if she can find a way to get to that purple 4-ball, I think she's in very good shape. Doesn't want to get locked up on that 8-ball. This is going to make the shape for the 4 just a little bit tougher than it should be. Just needs to play this carefully. There we go. Very nice shot. And an opportunity here to once again go level with Jasmine Ouschan. Oh, and she comes back a little far. That's going to make things interesting. Now, at first glance, I think the shot, oh, she's going to cut this ball. You have to watch your cue ball here. This could get very, very tricky. I actually prefer shooting the 8 in the top right if it was me, but I'm not at the table. Briana is. And she fires it and just misses it. I feel like if she had made that ball It's very possible she could have scratched in the side pocket. Now, Jasmine with an opportunity to go up. And there you get it, straight from the WPBA. If the ball set is giving you problems, it looks like they hear you, and they're very interested in helping the situation. And meanwhile, Briana Miller had a great opportunity to try and get this rack and just had a little bit of a control issue on that last shot. And Jasmine Ouschan looking to steal it away. There it is, 4-2. The Austrian up over the American. As we get a look here, our beautiful overhead view as our referee gets ready to rack using the Talm Max Rack. And I think one of the things I love the most about this beautiful Olhausen table is how flush the pocket design is. There's a lot of tables out there that have a little bit of a raised edge near those pockets. And if you look right here, you got a great view from the X-Pool side cams of just how flush those pocket designs are. Don't have to change your bridge. I'm really excited. I would love to get my hands on this table and see how it plays, because it looks like it plays very, very good. Trying to get confirmation. It looks like Briana Miller may have taken her player break, which she is allotted 1 5-minute break per match. Both players receive 1 break, so it looks like she may have taken hers. If that's the case, don't go anywhere, guys. We will be right back. And here we go. We are right back. Jasmine Ouschan breaking off. She does have a 4-2 lead. And she just had a big scratch. Now that's unfortunate if you are in the Jasmine camp. However, if you're a fan of Briana Miller, there's a little light here at the end of the tunnel. She's going to have a chance to steal the rack. I think I'm a fan of the solids here, just because of where the 9-ball is. Makes a good shot to get to the 6-ball. And that was really one of her biggest issues, was just getting back up the table for that 6. And now that she's done that, I truly believe that she is primed to take this rack down. Nice little touch there. Just trying to judge here if she can stop that cue ball after making the 7. And it is a little touchy. You don't want to give too much angle because you risk covering yourself up with the 8-ball after you make the 3. This is all speed control in these next 2 shots. And I like this. She played it very well. Didn't give herself a ton of angle. Should just be able to float right between the 2 and the 8-ball. Oh, goodness. She tried to hold a little bit. And unfortunately just took her eye off the ball a little bit. 3-ball fails to go down. Jasmine Ouschan probably feeling very, very fortunate to be back at the table. And now with a chance to bring the lead to 3. Didn't quite get the angle she wanted for the 11-ball, but she's still got several options to be able to get back over there. You don't want to start getting out of line this early in the rack on your run. It's like a bad hole that you're digging. You get a little bit out of line, you dig a little bit deeper, and eventually you can't dig yourself back out. She's done well on the course correction. She should be able to just come down just a little bit for the 14 ball in the side pocket. The 9 ball has a very big pocket in the bottom right. Now, like this, she should just be able to draw across the table. Doesn't have to go too far. Played that very well. 8 ball being called in the top left pocket. And this will make it 5-2. And there it is. Really, really good rack there for Jasmine Ouschan. Unfortunately for Briana, just made a small mistake on that 3 ball. And when you're playing players like Jasmine, like Christina Tkach, like Cheska Centeno, those types of mistakes will not take you very far. So much good competition in this tournament. Just to name off a few: April Larson, Ashley Benoit, Brittany Bryant, Caroline Powell. We saw Cheska Centeno take down her opponent 7-1 earlier. Emily Duddy, Elul Kibaroglu, Janet Atwell, Jasmine Ouschan. So many great players, as well as Kelly Fisher and fan favorite Lonnie Fox Raymond. There's so many good players in this. I can't name them all off, so I apologize if I missed your favorite player, because there is a lot of them. I'm excited that we'll get a chance to see some of the young guns on the tables. Sophia Mast, Savannah Easton. Going to be a lot of fun. Jasmine using all of her 60-second shot clock. They only get that immediately after the break. Every other shot is a standard 40-second shot clock with one 40-second extension. Jasmine here. Got a really good look at the stripes. Just trying to work out this 14 ball could be a little bit of an issue. Good shot there. Needs that ball to bump good, and it does. And now 15 to the side pocket. Control the cue ball. 13 ball. That's the purple stripe on the left side of the table. That goes inside. 8 ball in the corner. That's her preferred method of run out, I'm sure. Now it's just execution. Played that very, very well. And here it is, an 8 ball away from getting to the hill. What started off in crazy fashion, 2-2 with a 20-minute rack. That was a safety battle for the ages, and now Jasmine Ouschan is just 1 game away, holding Briana Miller to that score line of 2 so far. It's been a wild match and been a lot of fun to watch. Glad you guys joined us for it. Everybody watching on YouTube, Billiard TV, and Amazon Prime, huge thank you. When this match does conclude, we will take a short break until we have our 6 o'clock in the match. It's going to be a good one. Make sure that when that match does come on at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, that you guys go ahead and like the stream, share it, get it out on social media. We greatly appreciate it. And to think this is just day number 1 out of the next 5. There's another big break. And unfortunately for Jasmine, it's dry. really do love the thought process that these ladies put into the rack and the best way to run that out right after the break. They do get 60 seconds, and most of them tend to use all of that time. And I think it's a good thing because it can be very, very difficult to try and assess an 8-ball rack in just 30 seconds. So I like the 60 seconds right after the break. Gives the players an opportunity to really digest what they're looking at and make the best play that they possibly can. We might be in for another very strategic rack. A great safety shot there by Briana. Didn't really leave herself a great shot and has done very well to tie Jasmine up with that one ball. Jasmine's just going to return the favor. This is definitely going to be a technical safety battle here. Briana can go rail first and make this ball. She may even be able to see it head on. But the question is, will she leave herself an opportunity at a ball? And it looks like she has. She actually ended up really good. If this 13 ball passes by the 4, she may be able to drag out and bump that 7 ball out of the way. Just got to be careful. Jasmine able to squeeze past that and make that 4 ball. not sure if the 7 passes by the 14. That may be what she's looking at right here. And she didn't make too big of a fuss about it, so that tells me that it either absolutely does or it absolutely doesn't. And I'm unsure. So it definitely goes with the way she played it. Great shot there on the 7 ball. Jasmine Ouschan just a few shots away from winning this first round match against Briana Miller. I like the way she's done this, leaving that 2 ball as her key ball to shoot the 8. A little bit tougher to get position, but it's the right way to do it. Oh, she came up just a little shy, I think. The good news is she can still go 1, 2, possibly 3 rails around to get shape on the 8 in the bottom right-hand corner. I think she would have liked to have been straighter so she could just roll up. But the shot is there, just needs to control the pace. She may be able to draw out of this, actually. I like that play as well. 8 ball in the side pocket to win the match. And there it is. Jasmine Ouschan takes down Briana Miller 7-2. Wow. What an insane match that was. Guys, my name is Stephen Wyatt. On behalf of the WPBA and X-Pool, thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back at 6 p.m. for another great match here at the World 8-Ball Championship presented by the ONEIDA Hotel and Casino. We'll be back with more action in just a few.